Now, if you're going to do this, you've got to make sure you're nice and tightly bunched up, not strung out. You walk into them, never charge into them because you'll take extra damage from the brace. And then just crouch, and it's all over for them. Until the cavalry arrive. Hey boys and girls, it's KnightStalker here. Welcome along today to Kurak Castle Siege. I've just realised that in this little special video, I've taken off all of my weapons and armour. And that has led me to have a lower leadership than normal. So just at the last second, I'm having to assemble a warband here. Let's crack on with it, eh? So, what's the plan today? This is a bit of a special video to show you that something that you can do if you like. If you take off your weapon and armour before battle, it will give you a little warning as you queue up for a match to say, hey, you're not wearing anything. If you click OK, see that little question mark next to my name, top left? That means I am entering battle unarmed. But worse than that, I've also taken off my armour. Now this is incredibly challenging, and you'll probably get some flack for your team too. Some people absolutely hate it, like they're venomously against it. But hey, one thing is, don't let other people tell you how you're going to play. Enjoy yourself, and I'm going to do myself a challenge today. Let's see if anyone yells at me in game. I've played maybe a dozen games like this now, and just to see how the challenge goes. And we're ready to record. So let's just see how we go. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and find a siege weapon if we can. Okay, let me tell you about being unarmed. Okay, so some of the things you can't do when you're unarmed. You can't press Z to open up the strategic map. I don't know why. If you cannot, you know how you double tap left or backwards and you'll roll or hop or whatever your character does? That is linked to your weapon, so you actually can't do anything of that either. You've got no way to break stun lock. If you get another hero that's attacking you just with auto attacks, just left click, they can do that until you die, because you can't roll away, you have no stun recovery, nothing. So you have to stay quite a little bit away from the battle. Another thing is you don't get your bonus from your premium account. If you have a premium account, you'll probably see it at the end of the battle, you're not going to get any additional bonuses for that premium account. You know, your extra bronze, your extra honour, all that sort of carry on experience. You don't get it if you enter battle without any weapons or armour. Look at this guy looking at me, look. Hi. Gonna fight with my claws. Nobody's yelled at me yet, so this must be one of those games. Excellent. So yeah, and as you can imagine, you die very, very quickly if you're hit. Like one cycle of combo from anyone is... See, I can't even attack this guy. You'll die just, you know, in 3 swipes or something like that. It's very, 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 very difficult to play like this. We'll see how we do. For a melee character, you get to do nothing at the start of the battle unless you've got some siege equipment. When you've got no weapon and no armour, you get to do even less. So that's going to be fun. You spend most of your time on your horse because, well, you can't roll or anything like that. You'll see here you can't press Q to jump off your horse either. That is extremely annoying. I kind of want to do that all the time. You also don't have a healing icon, but you can heal. You can still do a bandage, even though it doesn't give you an icon. So you don't know when the cooldown is or anything like that. It's fun. We'll bring these guys up, or not. They're kind of useful against the old X-Raiders, the Pike Militia, because they've got that stun. So once they do their double throw, whatever it is, and their little CCO resistance wears off, the stun kicks in and you can just stun lock them. Until, of course, they're ready to throw those axes again. 12 seconds later. This little feature, what is it? Little tomb or something like that, little gateway bell tower. It's going to be my friend. Ow, ow. As you can see, they're doing full damage to me, so that's not fun. I am very sneaky, hiding behind my my thingamajig here. And I'm just kind of waiting for the right moment to bring the Pike Militia up, because I cannot support them at all. I can't use like a skill or anything to give them space to be able to do their thing. So I have to be very, very, very careful. Do you like my new t-shirt? Look at it. I got this at the start of the game 2 years ago or so, 18 months, 2 years ago, back in Season 2. And now, I'm wearing it again. I'm even wearing it into battle. Ooh, we could kill those. Oh, disappeared. So many X-Raiders. So boring. Alright, so I'm constantly having to ask myself, what should I be doing? And being persona non grata really has its disadvantages. And I don't know quite how to play this. If they're going in, I might call up the Pikes. Try and push them up. Maybe. Camping here at the bottom of the stairs is probably a good idea, but nobody accused me of having good ideas very often, so let's go up and see if we can stack into the enemies. Well, that didn't work. We'll line up at the bottom of the stairs now. And all the injured ones, as they trickle down, will get killed by the Pike Militia. There we go. That's much better. I should have done that in the first place. Pike Militia, despite having quite a decent attack, they just die, right? They just dead, one after the other when they get attacked. Fairly typical, of course, for an unarmoured unit. I do not want to fight X-Raiders with my non-hero. That is not something I want to do. But maybe I could sort of stab them in the back like I was talking about earlier. There we go. Did more damage than they're worth, but still no kills. Pike Militia versus X-Raiders is never going to work out for anybody. So yeah, if you decide you want to try this, be warned, it's extremely hard. Extremely hard. And yeah, you do get a little bit of hate. You know what the best thing is of course I'm still going to do better than other players in the battle, I guarantee it. But I'll still get flack. I'll still get flack for it, I guarantee. Berserkers. We don't want to feed the Axie boys here, the Woodcutters. We don't want to feed them to the Berserkers. That just makes them stronger. So we'll try and stay out of the way here. We're going to use them to soak up attacks from the X-Raiders. So they're just going to be victims, and hopefully they can soak up some of that lovely damage that the X-Raiders are doing to our team. Pretty good for soaking damage, the old Woodcutters. They have got a shield, so ranged fire is less effective on them. They have a damage resistance. They're still alive in there. Those critical hits, the 100 damage critical hits. Alright, so we're out of those. And there's 4 minutes left, so we actually have, I think, maybe a reasonable chance of holding the A point. So I might bring the 40s in, maybe. Problem is, if we get overwhelmed here, I can't run them away. They're too slow. Or I'm unlikely to be able to run them away. Go have a look, eh? No. If all our heroes are retreating, that is not something I want to do. Fortebraccios cannot fight on stairs at all. If you take Fortebraccios on stairs and try to fight with them on stairs, they will die and they will not do any damage whatsoever. It's a very key piece of information for Fortebraccio Pikes. Any Pikes, really, but Fortebraccios even more so than any others because the extreme length of the Pike. Pikes do their full damage at the tip of the Pike, and next to the user they do no damage whatsoever. So if you get right up on top of a unit of Pikes, you will pretty much kill them for free. What's this guy doing? Other than making a terrible mistake, why would you try and solo Fortebraccio Pikes? That is insane. That's another thing. Don't try and hero solo Fortebraccio Pikes. Ooh, we're trying to save the Imperial Archers. We'll try our best. Delete the hero anyway. And Fortebraccio Pikes are actually very good at dealing with X-Raiders. Very good with dealing with X-Raiders. Not too bad at all. Right. Let's go. So I don't know if I want to put up too much of a fight at B. Teams generally don't defend this point very well. A lot of spread outness. So maybe we'll just pull back. I'm completely undecided. They're on it already, we're pulling back. There's some fast movers coming in. What are they? Some sort of cavalry? Maybe if we set up here. Ah, fool! Melty, melty. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Stabbo! Goodbye, Tier 5 Golden Cavalry. It was nice knowing you. Actually, there's still some X-Raiders in there. I think we'll kill them. Delicious. Holy heck, where did they come from? They didn't even appear on the map. That's rather unfortunate. Life be like that. There's a guy chasing me. Watch this. You can just juke under them still. Even if you don't have a weapon, you can still escape people. Especially people who don't know quite what's up. And if you're using an Adachi, you probably don't really know much about what's up. Yeah, so it's really important to note that when you are unarmed, you cannot roll, you cannot dodge. You cannot block. There is no block ability. We've got one unit left. There may... this could be dangerous. Okay, so that little safe zone over there, you can't kill units in it. If you're in your own friendly safe zone, you cannot be injured. No damage whatsoever. So those gunners and whatever else up there are going to win that close combat fight against the cavalry. The older Tercios seem to be very inaccurate when you use that number 1 ability. Has anyone else noticed that? Let me know. Quite curious. But they seem to suffer a loss in accuracy when you direct their fire rather than just say pressing V. Watch now. See how much more accurate they are? Very questionable. Is what it is. Die X-Raiders. Good, good. There's no serious push on the final point yet, so I don't really feel like I'm under any pressure. One thing you could consider doing when you, if you're going to go unarmed and unarmoured, is take a decent selection of artillery. We haven't really had an opportunity to use any yet. Maybe we could have used a grape shot cannon sort of at the start there, but really there's been no opportunity. I was just thinking about it because you could do sort of something like this to prevent cavalry coming in. You can give them a nice grape shot volley and interrupt their charge. Either which way about it, somebody can use that cannon, even if it's not me. Just want to sort of stay back a bit because you can get trapped in that tunnel if you're unlucky. What to do? Oh, here's some X-Raiders coming in. Now watch what happens when X-Raiders attack Tercios. Do you see the little parry animation of the Tercios? They're not taking a lot of damage there, you see, and the ones at the back keep firing. They'll never win without interference by another unit or those heroes. I'm very grateful for jumping in there and saving us. But do you see how little damage we took from that X-Raider charge? That's because the Tercios have that little parry animation, which completely discounts the hits. And again, while they won't beat them in close combat, it will help them absorb some of the damage that is done. So, kind of in the current X-Raider meta, these are kind of a better ranged unit than most, just for that reason, I think. We've got 6 minutes left. Is it possible to do this? Is it even possible? Just free javelins lying around on the ground. If you want some free javelins, there's a pile over there. So let's see how that goes. Usually, I mean, you've seen all my videos, I imagine. Usually I'd be out there standing on the point and tanking damage. But I have no shield. I cannot block at all. And, you know, 3, 4, 5 hits from a hero will kill me. Like, just basic hits. Because I take full damage because I have zero armor. you're wondering what stats I've got for my unarmedness, I am full toughness. It's the only thing that does anything. You don't even have like a punch attack. You're literally useless. The only purpose is to direct your troops. Serfs. Yeah. I don't think we're going to pull out of this dive, boys and girls. I think the enemy's got us. And the interesting thing about this is they have a higher win ratio, you know, than other weapons. I'll pull it up on screen if I remember it when I publish the video. But played maybe a dozen games. This might be a 13th. Don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, GG boys and girls, it was a loss. We couldn't contribute very well to the team. Oh look, we did get premium there. I thought we didn't. Why did I think that? Never mind. Tercio did great. Fortebraccio did great for anti-hero-ness. We managed not to die. Apparently we did some hero versus hero damage somehow. Would have been that that guy at the start when I was shooting the artillery at him. Wow, that guy did great. Anyway, boys and girls, I hope you learned something new about unarmed combat and Conqueror's Blade, or you just enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for coming to my channel.